Do you want to tweet something lengthy, but you don't want to put it in a thread? You can now record and tweet a voice note. The app is slowly rolling out the handy new feature around the world, starting with some iOS users. Android users will have to wait their turn, unfortunately, but there's been mixed reaction to this. Some are loving the new feature, while others not so much. Let's explore this new feature with Brian Turner, who is a data analyst from World Wide Vox. Brian, thank you so much for your time. Okay, so this is actually going to be interesting. How is it going to work practically? Will you record yourself on Twitter, or do you record yourself in another app and attach the audio on Twitter?
Thank you for having me on the show. So on Twitter, you'll have to record the audio inside the Twitter app. So one would, with the feature, would open a tweet as if they were typing out a text tweet, and they'll see an audio waveform, so like a sine wave. And they'll tap that sine wave and they'll be able to record up to 140 seconds or 2 minutes and 20 seconds of audio. And that will be attached to a video with a bubble that expands and closes as they talk.
And this feature is only available for now for iOS users. What about Android users?
Android users will definitely get the feature soon, but while this feature is only available for iOS users right now, we haven't seen its presence on iPads yet, so it looks like it's very exclusive to iPhone, and even then it's very exclusive to some users on iPhones.
And you know, sometimes 280 characters are not enough, and some, you know, conversational nuances are lost in translation, so I guess this will also be helpful on that front.
Definitely. There's a lot of things that aren't translated in text, like tone, and the way that someone says what they want to say. And we've tried to mitigate this for years by using emojis, but sometimes emojis just aren't enough to say something with a shout or say something with a whisper.
Yeah, no, that's true. What are the other positive aspects of this? Why should we get excited about it? I see some people are happy that it brings a more human touch, and people can now even hear the voices of their crushes, but why is this a good addition?
It's a great addition because it just expands the Twitter feature set, because before one could basically have done the same thing with a video and just blanked out the video portion and left the audio portion on it. But now it creates an easier way just to get one's voice across, and that's fantastic for those who don't want to appear on video, who don't want to get dressed and look presentable for Twitter. They can just use the profile picture they have in place and just attach their audio to it.
And what about the challenges? What challenges do these audio tweets pose for Twitter? For instance, how will it make it easier for people who are deaf or hard of hearing to access these audio tweets?
Yeah, that is one of the challenges of Twitter right now. Twitter is trying to mitigate that, especially with its images. It's encouraging users that can, for example, those who are blind. They are accommodating blind users by encouraging users who can see the image to describe what's going on in the image. So they don't have any plans for the audio feature yet, having a text based option for those who are hard of hearing. But I'm sure that will roll out soon, because they will need to be able to transcribe this to ensure that there's no hate speech going on as well.
Yeah, certainly. Brian Turner from World Wide Vox, thank you so much for your time.